Welcome to SF Commercial Property Conversations with Bruce Bean, where Bay Area investments meet expert insights. Get ready to unlock the strategies of commercial real estate success.
So today we have Carolyn Pistone with us, and Carolyn comes from a background. I'm going to let you explain it, Carolyn, because it's maybe too complicated to go from film to real estate and now property management. Anyway, great to have you. If you could go through a little history, that would be wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, my name, you're right, is Carolyn Pistone. My company is Clear Blue Commercial. We are a certified green business, a certified woman-owned business, and a B Corp. We are the only commercial real estate services firm in the world that is all of those things. And we didn't really do it as a differentiator. We think everybody should do business this way, but we're proud to be leading the way. And I like to say, if you lose enough jobs, you get a great resume, and mine is particularly impressive. And didn't even start till I was in my mid-30s. But you are correct. I was in a show business entertainment background. For a while, I was on stage and in front of the camera. And then after film school, I ended up working in production management for digital visual effects and got bounced around a bit and ended up being the head of operations for a major film entertainment conglomerate before going off and starting my own business. And I did a number of consulting things in that business. And right before the dot-com implosion, a friend of mine said, we should get our real estate broker's licenses. And
Right.
I said, okay, whatever. And as it turns out, that license has come in handy for a lot of things that I have wanted to do in my life and in my work. And I've now been the founder and owner of Clear Blue Commercial for the last 12 years.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about what you actually manage and what you do with Clear Blue.
Well, first of all, we're trying to save the planet using our real estate licenses, and we green every property we touch. As a business owner, the challenge with that is that some people are innately suspicious of a win-win situation. So we have actually made great strides in tenant retention and in increasing property value and reducing energy costs and reducing water usage, all of these things, and saved our clients literally millions of dollars doing all of these things. The challenge for us is you don't get to know that about us until you've been working with us for a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
And so, but I'm really proud to say that I have saved over 30 million gallons of water within about half a mile of where I'm sitting right now.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. Our company has also diverted 3.5 million pounds of carbon from our atmosphere.
Well,
And we've saved over $1 million in energy costs as a subcontractor for the state of California. So if you are a taxpayer in the state of California, you are welcome.
thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it for sure. So tell us, how are you marketing yourself? Because this is very interesting that you have these large commercial property management accounts. How did that all happen?
Really, we were looking we got our all the B Corp and the women owned and the green, all that. We got those immediately upon forming the company. It was baked into our DNA, and we were planting a flag. But we found, and while we market that and we talk about that because we want everybody to do it, as far as traditional getting property managed accounts, that's a very long sales cycle. And one of the things but our certifications leave us very well positioned, particularly with government agencies and big corporations, because different contracts have certain set-asides.
Mm.
And they want a certain amount of the contract to go to a woman-owned business or a small business or a green business. And by doing that, we are able to partner with much bigger companies in the same business as we have, because we can go after much bigger contracts than we normally would, that we don't have the depth of resources for, but they do. They can go after something they wouldn't qualify for because they don't have the certifications that we have.
Ah.
So it was interesting when I started meeting with outside marketing people who were trying to market us early on. They kept asking, well, who are your competitors? And being the Leo that I am, I'm like, well, nobody else is me, therefore I have no competitors. But it's true. It's the way we do business. We don't have any competitors. We're very specialized in terms of what we do and how we do it. And we can't, and because we're as small as we are, we can be very agile in terms of being adaptable and being able to pivot to what our clients need.
So, did you say you were a B Corp?
Yes, we are a B Corp.
So I'm obviously familiar with a C Corp and you know, other LLCs and so forth, but I'm not familiar with a B Corp. What is a B Corp?
Well, B Corp doesn't have a tax designation. So, in terms of with the state of California, we're an S Corp. But we also, B Corp is another certification that's done through B Lab. And it's a requirement that we adhere to a higher set of principles than just return to our shareholders.
Oh.
So we have to prove and document that we are benefiting the planet. We are benefiting social justice in some way. We are providing benefit to our communities and our ecosystems, in addition to making money, because we're not a nonprofit, nor are most B Corps nonprofit. My husband likes to joke that because we're an S Corp and we're a B Corp, actually we're a BS Corp. Thank you, darling.
I like that. All right, that's going to be memorable. We can keep that one. So it sounds like a B Corp is sort of a socially motivated corporation.
Yes, I'd say that's fair. Right now, we just got back from the B Corp Champions Retreat. There are currently 11,000 B Corps worldwide.
Oh, wow.
When we got our, and there's some very big ones. Patagonia is a B Corp.
Oh, okay.
Ben
All
and
right.
Jerry's is a B Corp.
Okay. All right.
And when we got our certification, we were B Corp number 1900.
Oh,
and now there's close to 11,000. So we like to say we're the OGs.
yeah, right. You're ahead of the curve for sure. So tell me how you're saving all this carbon and water. That's very interesting.
Well, with the water, what we did, and I'm going to back way up. I'm going to give you a brief little origin story. When I was working as a contractor for one of the big three commercial real estate companies worldwide, I had an office on the 47th floor overlooking the Bay Bridge in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
And I used to love to watch all the traffic coming in and out of the Bay and into the Port of Oakland and the Port of San Francisco. And one morning, you may have read about this on the news, but one morning it was fogged in and a large oil tanker called the Casco Busan actually hit the Bay Bridge.
Right. Yeah.
And when the fog lifted, it had maneuvered itself out of the shipping lane and was just sort of tilted over off to the side. And you could see it's just spewing its contents into the bay.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And it stayed there for 4 days.
Oh.
And in the meantime, I'm still watching all of these ships coming in and out and dragging that oil slick all over the
Ugh,
bay and
ugh.
up and down the coast and out into the Pacific Ocean. And I remember thinking, if I was bringing home my groceries and I dropped a bottle of olive oil on my front door,
Right,
I would stop everything. I would cordon everything off. I would clean it up, and then I would go back about my day.
right, right.
Um, and there was no mechanism to do that in the San Francisco Bay.
Oh, wow.
That Golden Gate, not a real gate.
Yeah,
And
right.
and it got me thinking to where, as humans, we place ourselves above the plants and the animals and the earth and but this was showing me that what we were doing as a species is we're placing ourselves above, we're placing commerce above all else, including humanity. And I wanted to do something about that.
All right.
And so that was just kind of the first genesis. So in terms of the water savings, when we first started managing a lot of our properties, so I'm doing a podcast right now.
Well, happy anniversary.
All right.
This is my husband, Marty. It is our 30-year anniversary today.
Oh, that is fantastic. Congratulations. I really can appreciate that. So,
Thank you. Yeah, we're thinking about making it permanent.
yeah, well, okay, this is going to make this podcast really bloom.
Oh.
There you go.
So anyway, there was a big drought, and I was managing basically a corporate business park.
Yes.
That has, all these 2-story office buildings everywhere, and there's lawns and sprinklers, and every day you see, the sprinklers and all the runoff going into the gutters and going into the storm drains.
Yeah.
And I decided that what I wanted to do was a turf conversion.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we took out the lawn and all the sprinklers, and we put in a drip system and mulch and cardboard and drought tolerant planting. And we did it the first time and it was great. So we started to do a number of others in the neighborhood. And then I got to where the biggest property that we managed was a 150,000 square foot building that had a whole lot of lawn around it.
Oh.
And it was vacant. It was owned by a large real estate investment trust out of the East Coast. And so I was managing it, and I called them up and I said, I want to do this turf conversion thing, and I think I can fit it into the landscaping budget and it'll save water. And they were like, fine, do whatever you want. And what I learned was that I am a terrible judge of square footage.
Oh.
Because it was much bigger than I thought it was. And when I had our landscaping company bid it, it came back at $250,000.
Oh, oops.
At a vacant building. And I did the math and I found that would pay for itself in water savings in about 32 years.
Oh.
So this is a complete non-starter.
Yeah.
So I went back to the landscaping company and I said, most of what you got here is labor and materials.
Right.
What if I could get volunteers? And what if I could get the materials donated?
Wow.
Would you give me a bid on coming back to do the prep work? And they said, of course, because some job is better than no job.
Right.
And we reached out to the city that was running a Mulch Madness program, and they donated all of the mulch and the cardboard. There was a local nonprofit that was doing these turf conversions for people in their front yards. And so we got them to come and bring their tools. And we reached out to the local high schools because in order to graduate, you have to have a certain number of hours of community service.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right.
So we got 150 soccer players and wrestling team people and all these that came out. And then because Petaluma is largely agricultural. We got all kinds of food and beverage goodies donated for the
Oh,
day.
wow.
We hired 3 different bands to play music throughout the day. And we got the massage school across the street to bring their chairs over so people could come and get a massage and volunteer. So it was supposed to take 6 weeks and cost $250,000. We ended up doing it in 6 hours.
Whoa.
It was a great time. And it ended up costing $70,000, which was significantly less than our landscaping budget that year. And because both my husband and I came from the entertainment industry, we just happened to be making a video during the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
So we did this. It was a great time. And then about a month later, I'm submitting all my reports and invoices, and I get some questions from the accounting department in Boston. They come back and they said, why is there a massage school on the landscaping budget? and who is the Dead Apple String Band? And I explained to her what we did, and then I was able to send her the video. And so they got it right away and they liked it. They liked it so much that they showed that video at their annual shareholders meeting.
Oh, wow.
So not only did we say, and that project alone has saved 1.3 million gallons of water a year. And we did it 10 years ago. And it also gave investors this was just a line item and not a very popular line item on a giant spreadsheet. But all of a sudden, they were able to feel really good about what their money was doing.
Did that space ever get filled up?
Oh, yes. Almost immediately.
Oh.
Almost immediately. It was great.
Because you had made it so popular, or it just so happened?
I like to think so, but I'm not so bold as to think I control the real estate market.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So what does your crystal ball say about the future?
Oh, well, in general, a lot of the things that we're doing is just part of our standard operating procedures. This is the way of the future. And regardless of what is happening in the world politically, smart resource usage is good business. And so if we can find ways around the extensive pressure on the grid, if we can supplement with clean energy, if we can find ways to subsidize that clean energy so that it becomes a no-brainer for the client. We have recently started. My husband is sneezing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Bless you, my love.
Decide this. Okay, go ahead.
We recently, in addition to, we signed a power purchase agreement, and we have put solar panels on the tops of several buildings at no cost to our clients.
Right.
They just get the savings right away. But we recently installed a new product. They are completely self-contained, solar-powered EV charging stations.
Oh, wow. Really?
And yes, and they don't require a permit. There is no construction. You're buying a product. You're not doing a project. And once you have it installed, the energy is free forever.
Wow.
So now, as a landlord, there are a lot of ways right now to get those paid for. So it's essentially cost neutral to put them in. And there is, and you can monetize them. So that it's what's the opposite of costing. It can become a profit center.
Right. Okay.
And if nothing else, it's a pretty amazing amenity to have at your office building, especially with office markets that are trying to attract tenants and tenants who are trying to attract employees. If you have a choice between two buildings and one of them's got a free gas station, the other one doesn't, it might weigh in a little bit there.
Absolutely.
So we have partnered with this company, and they're based out of Vermont. This was the first installation of its kind on the West Coast. And we are trying to deploy these all over California in the next 18 months before some of the incentives go away.
Oh, I thought they did go away. Not yet?
They went away residentially.
Oh, okay. All right.
Commercially, not till the end of 2027.
Oh, okay. That is good news. I did not realize that. All right. Well, I think we could pause. We could talk for another 2 days, but let's pause for now. I think we'll come back and talk in 6 months again because I want to hear more about these solar installations. But
I would love that.
Carolyn, where can people get a hold of you?
Oh, well, come to our website, www.clearbluecommercial.com. And if you want to email me at carolyn@clearbluecommercial.com.
All right. Well, I look forward to talking to you again.
That's a wrap on today's journey through the SF commercial real estate scene. Ready to share your story? Visit sfcommercialconversations.com/guest. Your insights could lead the next conversation.